Sometimes it's not about what decision you make, just make one and commit to it. I think there's actually more value to unpack in that than even I'm giving it credit for. Because you measure A versus B. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And as you know, boom, that window of opportunity shuts. Or you sit there and, what do I do? I'm not sure if I'm going to do this. What do I do this? A day goes by, a week goes by, a month goes by. That girl, that guy, they're gone. They moved to another town. That job opening went to someone else. That person. So what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? A year goes by. I got friends that a decade's gone by. A lifetime's going by because they're still weighing these two things. And I think a lot of times it's like, just choose one and jump. The repercussions aren't near as bad as we think they are. Even if you choose the wrong one, if we commit to one of the choices, if it's the wrong one, it will reveal itself to be the wrong one more quickly and clearly. If we jump and don't just dangle our toe in it. If we give it justice, going, I'm going to try and make this work, I'm going wholehearted. It'll reveal itself to be the right or wrong choice. If it's the right one, if it's a 50-50 chance, bam, I'm so damn glad I jumped and took the opportunity. When it came, I hit the gap, I took it. If it's the wrong one, we're like, oh, whoa, this is not right. Well, now we found out quickly enough to pull the parachute and abort and back out. Or we jump in hard enough, something brand new reveals itself. Because the options are compounding with whatever choice we make. Make one and find out. And what's the big deal? That's another perspective. What's the big deal if it's a wrong choice? We got more time than we think. Time is on our side more than we give it credit for. What's the big deal? That people go, well, I don't want to do it because I don't want to waste that time in my life. I don't know if that's the wrong thing. And you end up saying that for weeks, months, years, decades. When you look up, you're like going, oh, I'm still measuring which one I should do. And now I'm in my 40s. Now I'm in my 50s. Now I'm in my 60s. Whoa, just try it. It's the worst that can happen. It's the wrong decision. So what? Whoop, reset, come on back. Hey, at least I found out. So I think that's a good one for us all to remember. We're going through this rodeo of life. Sometimes it's not really which decision that's most important, and dissecting them into limbo, or dissecting them into immobility, dissecting them into paralysis. Just pick one. Go with one. Try one. Try it out. What's the worst thing? You order the wrong thing on the menu. Damn it. I knew I should order that other thing. Well, now you know. So next time you come back, now you eliminated one. Now you know what to order. And in my own life and around my own family, we laugh at our warts. We bring them up. We shine lights on them. Where we've been taught, don't get embarrassed about your screw-ups. Let's shine a light on them. Laugh at them and move right on and carry on. That's part of who we are, actually, preferably. And I don't think that's just for, say, me and my immediate family, who I was around. I think that's for most of us. And I think that's a good thing for us all to learn. Those things we cover up. Society tells us to cover up so much. Whatever they are, whether they're warts or demons or whatever, they're gonna come out and be revealed sometime in the future. So why not just uncover it and go, here it is, here's who I am, I'm doing the best I can, I screwed up, I failed over here, I tried this one, but it didn't work out. My bogey, sorry. Whatever those things are, live a little more transparently. And again, in this, if we do that individually, we're also more forgiving and resilient and with ourselves and others. We start taking more responsibility because we're not fearful of the failure. Maybe we start to have more generosity, which all those things lead to more freedom, I do believe. And that's not just for me. I think that is for all of us. So the characters, though, if you look at my last 12 years of work, who have I played? Very men on an island. Men who had their own personal sort of ethos of how they were going through the world. They weren't characters that were following the manners and graces of the mean of the times. They were on the outskirts. They're a bit outsiders. I love their independence. I love their self-sufficiency. I love their will to survive. I love their will to, there's certain inherent sense of optimism of I'm gonna make this work, I'll die for it. Well, if you can find a character, if I can find a character that's like, no, what I want, I'm willing to die for. Whoa, that's power. Now, boy, if we can find that kind of thing in life, those non-negotiable things, we're like, non-negotiable. Now, if we're on page 62 and I'm fighting the non-negotiable and I'm gonna die for it, and well, there we go, I'm out. I make it to page 62. That's as far as the movie goes with me. You know what I mean? Or how do I overcome that? I like finding characters that run into great resistance for which to have the opportunity to overcome. I look for that in my own life. Sometimes I think we have to, I know I do, have to create resistance maybe where there's not resistance, because I'm looking around going, kind of skating on easy street right now. Well, sometimes when things are going right and the breeze is at your back, enjoy it, because the uphill's coming. But other times you can look and go, I'm feeling the breeze behind my back. I'm only catching all green lights in my life now because I'm really not taking risks. Well, maybe that's the time to go, I got to create some resistance. I got to reframe. I got to make it a little bit more difficult on myself so I can dig deeper and figure something out about what I want to do that's going to be the right kind of risk, or going to make me feel more alive or turn me on.
What did you uncover in your previous journals where younger Matthew is your hero today? Something you had to relearn again, like I already knew that when I was 14 and I'm learning it again at 50.
There are things that I pulled off, got away with in my youth, that I still wake up having nightmares with today. But I only wake up having nightmares with them today because now I know better. And if I'd have known then what I knew now, I'm afraid I wouldn't have been able to pull a lot of those things off. The ignorance is bliss thing. There were things I pulled off because my ignorance that I look back, I'm like going, dude, you are so lucky. How did you almost got killed. The percentage of you making out of that situation alive, if you went back today, are so low, and were so low then because of your ignorance, because of your singular belief in that you could pull this off without, and you didn't get nervous at the situation where most people would get nervous, or you went with the flow, or you pulled the Bruce Lee sensei time, at the right moment to get out of the jam. I try to keep, as my friend Mark says, and the hero that I had back then is keep the beginner's mind. Because it's great to have knowledge. It's great to have context. At the same time, we see it with kids, our kids all the time. Their lack of context, their lack of not just to blatantly go do it because it's just, I didn't even think it. Why think about it? Don't need to explain it. Just do it. I don't know. I ate the cake because I wanted it. It was sweet. It was right there. Just eat it. Something beautiful about that. More than something beautiful about it. There's something inherently true about that as we grow older, we should not put away as going, oh, that's just youth. Oh, that's just back when you're youth. That's just the thrill of youth. No, we can still have those things, and that's going with full intuition and saying, like, I don't give a damn about the consequences. Let me bring this up because I do think I found a consistency in people. In the youth, you're revolutionary, right? 30s, you start to go, some of that stuff mom and dad taught me was right. Start to take a little responsibility. 40s, you kind of customize them. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm becoming a parent. Maybe I'm seeing, yep. I see how I work in the world. I'm responsible for others and myself. Somewhere in the 60s, it seems like a lot of people go back to being the revolutionary. I don't know if it's the fact that you go, oh, subconsciously, I'm on the back end of my life, so what the hell does it all matter, and why do I give a damn about consequences? So that beginner's mind, which my mother has, and I find that a lot of people start to get it as they get older in age. Maybe after their kids are out of the house, or after they're like, well, what does it matter? What? I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm about to die or something. Maybe that's in mind. I don't know. But there's a callback. There's a bookend. It seems to me that a lot of life bookends that people start off as that revolutionary beginner's mind. Get conscious, get aware, take responsibilities, create their life, and then all of a sudden the end go back to, what's it all matter? Let's rock. I don't care the consequences.